Have you ever noticed that two people can start from the same place, face the same struggles, yet one becomes successful while the other remains stuck forever? What if the real difference is not money, luck, or opportunity, but a single thought inside the mind? The truth, proven by people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos, is simple. Success begins long before achievement. It begins with belief. And in the famous book, Think and Grow Rich, author Napoleon Hill explained that what you think about consistently becomes your reality. But if thinking is enough, then why do so many people fail to change their lives? Why do they wait for opportunities instead of creating them? Today's story reveals a powerful answer that can completely change the way you see success and yourself. In a crowded railway station filled with rushing passengers and loud announcements, there lived a beggar who survived each day by asking travelers for money. He spent years believing that survival depended on others' kindness, until one afternoon he noticed a well-dressed businessman walking confidently across the platform. Impressed by his appearance, the beggar thought, "This man must be rich and surely generous," so he stretched out his hand expecting charity. But instead of giving money, the businessman calmly asked, "Do you always take from people, or have you ever given something to anyone?" The beggar was shocked because no one had ever asked him such a question before. Confused, he replied, "Sir, I am only a beggar. I have nothing to give." The businessman smiled and said, "If you believe you have nothing to offer, then you have no right to expect anything in return, because life works on exchange." With those words, he boarded the train and left. The beggar stood frozen, replaying the conversation again and again, realizing that for years he had only taken without giving value. That night he could not sleep as the words echoed in his mind. If you want to receive, you must first give. For 2 days he stopped begging and simply thought about what he could offer the world. Then, on the third day, he noticed colorful wildflowers growing beside the railway tracks, and suddenly an idea changed everything. He picked some flowers and decided that whenever someone gave him money, he would give them a flower in return. When he tried it, something surprising happened. People smiled, some thanked him, and many gave more money than before. He realized people were no longer giving him charity, but appreciating an exchange. Day after day, he continued and noticed that whenever he had flowers, donations increased, and whenever he had nothing to offer, people ignored him. One day, he saw the same businessman again, sitting inside a train, and rushed toward him saying, "Sir, today I have something to give you. If you give me money, I will give you flowers." The businessman smiled proudly, handed him money, accepted the flowers, and said, "Now you are no longer a beggar, you are a businessman." Those words awakened a new identity inside him because he suddenly understood that people were not helping him out of pity, they were paying for value. That very day, he left the railway station determined never to beg again. Months later, at the same station, two well-dressed men met, and one asked, "Do I know you?" The other smiled and replied, "Yes, once I was the beggar you refused to help." Shocked, the businessman realized the transformation and asked, "What changed your life?" The former beggar answered, "You taught me the greatest lesson, that we only receive when we first give. I stopped seeing myself as helpless and started seeing myself as a trader. Today, I run a successful flower business and travel to expand it further." They shook hands as equals, proving that identity shapes destiny. Life becomes small when you think small, but expands the moment you recognize your value. Success is not about what you get, but about what you give first. Change your thoughts and you change your actions. Change your actions and you change your future. So never call yourself powerless, because the moment you decide to create value, you stop being a beggar in life and become a creator of opportunities.